Right, Land Rover Discovery 4 central locking. I'm going to do a video just to show you the problems you can get with central locking, because we've got two different failure modes. It keeps locking itself, Tyler. It's mind of its own. Right then. Right, we've got two different problems on two different diagonally opposite doors. This one, he'll lock, but he won't unlock. So if I lock the car now, he's locked. If I unlock it, I'll prove, he says. No, because that's only
one click.
One click, so that's only unlock the driver's door. So I have to do a second time, right, which is now done. This one, that one gone as well, Tyler. That one works, look. This one doesn't, okay? So, right, we are going to do this, or we are going to change the central locking, and then what we've got, that's the rear, this is the front. So it's this bit here, and it goes in the door, and we bought it with these cables, and we are going to try and do the full video on how to do it. And I think we're going to do it by taking the handles off as well, because I think that saves less fiddling around, and we can video it better. Right, so first job is to take off the door card. Have we already done a video for that?
Not that I remember.
We will do a separate door card video. We'll check and we'll put that in, then we'll join you again when we've taken the door card off. Right, we are going to replace, in this video, the central locking actuator on the front passenger door of our Land Rover Discovery 4. It will be much the same on a Discovery 3, if not identical. Now, Tyler is beautifully modelling here the whole assembly that is, put it on the floor, Tyler, I better see it better, contrast. So that is the monster. Now, we have bought a second-hand item. We have bought some replacement ones in the past, and they tend not to last that long. So you could buy the genuine one, but it's loads of money and it doesn't come with all the cables. So we are cheap, so we are putting a second-hand one in, although I don't necessarily recommend it. Although if you're doing it yourself, anyway, it's something to consider. Now, there are a couple of types of these. Apparently, there's ones with deadlock and ones without deadlock. But you've got some part numbers, and if you need help, I can help you with part numbers, probably. Right, so there we go. So that is it, and it's got 3 cables attached to it. One goes to the emergency lock, which is what happens if you've got a flat battery, the door lock you get in. One goes to the exterior pull handle, and one goes to the interior pull handle that we took off when we took the door card off. So we are going to do this in something like this. I don't know why I do this sequence at the front, because I always change my mind. We are going to extract this interior door pull handle inside the door card. We're going to banish it. We are then going to take the exterior door handle off. Then we are going to loosen the bolts here and take the whole lot out. Now, some people suggest reaching in behind the door, fiddling around, and you can do it all. To get to this stage, it is worth pointing out we have removed the glass, and we've done the video already for that, and I'll put a link if I remember there, and we've removed the door card as well. So this is the third part in our exciting trilogy. Right, let's get on with it, Tyler. Right, whip that. So the grommet comes out with it. So push the grommet in. That's it, release the grommet, and then you've got to like handle that in there. Right, that's good. Right, now let's go on the outside. Right, now this has got the key release. So this has got the little picture of a little key there, and there's a little slot under there, and you can put a key or a screwdriver in, or you can just sort of manhandle that off. Manhandle. What's the correct word? I'm doubting myself. Manhandle. Anyway, right, and this reveals, now depending which side door you're doing it, you may or may not have this emergency lock barrel in. Now, it took us a while to work this one out, didn't it, Tyler? But to remove this emergency lock barrel, there is a little secret. It is so easy. There is a little secret grommet here. And if we remove the little rubbery grommet, there he is, one rubbery grommet, and you peek in there, you have to believe me, there is a little Torx screw somewhere in there.
Cables come across.
Ooh, the cables is in the way, but there is a little Torx. And what size is he, Tyler?
He is T20.
T20.
Although we haven't got the original one on.
Ah, yes. Tyler straight. Well, I will get the original one. Now, well, Tyler undoes that. This is the original one, and the trouble is the head is too big to go through the hole where the grommet was. So it's kind of difficult to extract. You could undo it and then drop it down into the door. But then putting it back in was tricky. So Tyler's used an alternative one that he can actually put in through and extract through. So he just put in a self-tapper of sorts there, and that was quite clever. So that could be tricky putting that back in, but that then allows you to extract the little door barrel. Thank you, Tyler. So that is the little door barrel there, and that is the little screw. So again, you won't have this on, depending which door you're doing it on. Right, there we go. So that's that. Now, if you haven't got that, what you will have to do, Tyler, there will be some little clips inside here holding this on. And you will have to reach inside the door and squeeze those little clips. Tyler's got one here. You see? It's got those little clips. Yeah, well, one of them's broken, as you can see. And what you've got to do is those little spring clips. So you have to reach inside the door and you'll have to unspring those spring clips to release that. Now, you can pull these off. They do just yank off. But you'll break the clips and you'll have to buy a new one, which seems pointless. Right.
Get from us.
Yeah, we do sell those on the website. Right. Now, gosh, right. So, now you grab the door handle. Let me stand up, get a better angle. Hold on, Tyler. The light's in my eyes. Just got to get the light in engineering, Tyler. Right, hold on.
Spotlights.
Yeah. Right, there we go. Grab the handle, and then you slide it towards the rearwards. You might have to open it a bit, Tyler. Open the door handle. Pull it open and slide. Now, that's it. Go on then. Pull it. Or is it not going? He's sliding it towards me, towards the camera. That's it. All right, and then you can take that off. So just show us that little clamp end, Tyler. I'm looking at that, and that's it there. You can see that. So that's the end. And there's that little spring clip there that holds it on. So you should just be able to pull that off, right? That's all good. And there's some little gaskets that sit on the door. Remember to put those back on.
But you need to take them off to get it off.
Yeah. Two little grommets. They've got little pegs that sit into little holes. They're quite well located, aren't they?
They're good grommets.
Good grommets. Good grommet. Nice bit of flange, nuts, and good grommets. Right then. Now what are we on to? Now, this little orange. Can you hold the light, Tyler?
Yeah.
This little orange bit here is now your enemy. And now this has got a screw going through from the inside of the door that we need to undo. It's kind of tricky, so you've got to work out where it is. And you've sort of got to go through one of these holes. So he's blinding me with that light again. Which hole do we need to go through, Tyler?
This one.
Now, it may have been covered with a bit of tape originally. We have de-taped it. And then you can get through there. And if you're lucky, you'll just be able to work out where it is. And there's a little torque screw. So we'll get on that now. Right, so one of the main advantages of taking the window out is that you can do this quite easily. With the window in there, it's kind of a pain in the butt. And for the 2 minutes it takes to take the window out, and you put it back in, Tyler, not me. Did that window just drop back in? And yeah.
Give it a wiggle. It found
it's got those guides into those slots. So this is our recommended technique. So there we go. So once you've got that screw there out, then on the outside, you can get a pair of pliers, or this will probably come out, won't it, Tyler? It's probably loose enough. Right, there you go. Go on, Tyler. There we go. So let me just have a look at that. So that's the little slug that goes through there and stops you sliding the door back. Now, the next bit, there is these little pegs here, these ever such little dots. And what you've got to do, you've got to just push those in a little bit, and from the rear, slide the whole rear inner door mechanism that way. So you reach inside the door, got to push that back. That's it. Right, and once that's loose, that's fine, because it's held in place now by the cables. So all that's holding it on now is these 3 screws here. So we can undo these 3 screws here. Oh, that's the alarm. And then we can whoop out, and it will all come out as one big octopus. Right, there we go. Tyler's on it.
These 3 T30s.
T30. Oh.
Using my sheeting tool.
They're quite short, aren't they?
Yeah.
Yeah, so they're threaded T30 there.
Quite tricky to get back in because they're so short.
Right.
See it
Right,
dropped.
all of those. Oh, and it's dropped, has it now? So now, if I'm not mistaken, Tyler, you can just go inside the door, rummage around, and it should all just pull out as a big octopus, shouldn't it?
The back of the door handle tends to get a bit stuck on the guide rail of the window. If you... Half an octopus.
Yeah. Bring him out with all his legs, please.
Hold on.
Hold on.
We missed a step.
We missed a step. What have we missed?
There's a connector.
Ah, there was an electrical connector inside. Can we see it or not? Not really.
We need some light.
We need some light. We'll get some light. Right, there is indeed a connector on the back of it there. So where's the release tab for that, Tyler? On the edge there. Yeah, yeah. You've got a little pressy release tab there. Fight him off. Oh. That might be easier to do that. Well, at least you can see it there. Although it may be easier with it when it's still bolted. Right, so there's the connector. Right now, should be able to bolt it all up. Oh, look. Right, so what we'll do, we'll tidy off the table now, and we'll show you how to strip this and insert your new mechanism back into the door handle. Right, so we now need to strip this down. So this is, now we are going to replace it with the second-hand one, as we've already discussed. So the only thing I need to do is swap this cable out. So I'm going to show you how to do that. So we've got a clip on there. You've got a clip under there. So it sort of goes over, under, round. Okay. Now, note this little metal cover goes over here. So you've got a screw hole here which lines up with the screw hole there. And that's a little metal cover that goes over that on the door handle, right? So we've got that. Right, and then if we flip it round, we've got, like we had on the door card there, we've got a little, it should just pop out. Trying to do this inside the door would be a nightmare. Right, and then we should be able to rotate this round. Now I haven't had this off yet, there we go. Rotate that round, and that slips out the bottom there. It's got a little sluggy hole. So that is that's me. Whoa! Oh, there's two on here. I didn't realise that time. Right. So there we go. So then we've got a similar thing. So I push that one up. Okay, and then again. So it's going to be in. When you put it back in, you've got to in, round, and clip, rotate. Right. So that's that ready. Okay. Now, the other two cables we've got, they don't look right. Which one should we do? This one, let's do this one, Tyler. Now, these little clips here are a nightmare. You've got these two little clips that are firing into that metal plate. And you've got to pull them both back and push the thing up. So I'm going to use the screwdriver, pushing it upwards, up in the air. So I've got a little bit of, and then what I've got is a little screwdriver. And if I just twist here, if I get it right. There you go, that's one. There you go, that's two. Okay, and then again you rotate it. Rotate it somewhere and it pops out. There you go, rotate it. It's got a sort of, where has it got a funny little, to do with this triangle, isn't it? And that little notch out there. It's a little notch, so you have to get the triangle at the bottom there. Right, so that's that one disconnected. And then this one looks like it, that one's the same sort of thing again, isn't it? Where you've sort of got to pull up. Let me have a minute. I'll pull up and is it maybe that back one there? That's it. Right, that's that one. And then what is it?
Rotate.
You rotate, and then he comes out. Oh, there. So again, that's that little scanner technique. Right, and then this last one here looks similar again, doesn't it?
Yeah, same again.
And again, so you've got to get these little
dog legs
pegs at the side. Oh gosh, this one looks even trickier. I think they're also upside down.
This is the one that gave us those trouble on the Freelander too.
Oh, I stabbed my finger, Tyler.
We ended up putting a Dremel through it.
Right, I gave up and let Tyler do that one.
So the action that worked in the end is getting the screwdriver between the two and folding them both open at the same time. So I think the other ones are only held down by nicer legs.
Right, now you can rotate that again now, get the little triangle.
Which way? That way.
You got to get it the right orient. Yeah, there you go. So gosh, they've all got their own technology. Yeah. So that is fundamentally then how you would change it. We are going to swap all that over, but when you buy one from Land Rover, this is what you get. You don't get all the cables. So you'll just have to take your time, swap, but to have your old one next to you, swap the one cable over from your old device onto your new one. Just do them one at a time, off, on, and then you'll get it all together. So we're going to put that all back together now. That is the end of our series. We might come back and just check it works. Now, obviously, it's probably worth, before you reassemble too much, testing it works. Although I'm just trying to think, Tyler, how much you'd have to have connected to see if it works. Maybe we'll do that now, shall we, Tyler? We'll put it back and see at what point you can test it. So we have put the outer door lock on, put the inner door lock on, bolted it. Now, before we put the glass in and the door card back on, we want to check it works, which I suggest you do. But what you have to do is you have to unscrew this control module off the back of the door cards, just 3 screws. And then if you bolt that there, then Tyler will demonstrate. You can close the door. Right, and then locked. And you've got to unlock it twice, because the first unlock unlocks the driver's door. Right, second unlock does the... Oh, I think you might have done it too quickly. There you go. That's it. Yeah. So just watch that. You've got to do the double unlock if you're... depending how you're configured, but... it's called single and double lock entry, isn't it? So there we go. So we are all now ready. We are going to put the glass back in, and we are all done. So there's a good little tip on testing when you've just got it there. Otherwise you have to strip it all down.